So hi everybody and welcome to Restorative Practice this afternoon. This is Jeanette who's joining us today. It's Mother's Day here in Australia on the weekend, and Jeanette is an amazing mother of 4 boys and a good friend of mine and a teacher at Seeker and Kind. So we like to practice together a lot, and today we thought it might be nice if I taught the class and Jeanette was able to take the class. So she'll be demonstrating and I'll be off camera and you'll just get to hear my dulcet tones. So please make yourself comfortable on your mat. For those of you at home, well, you're all at home, but those of you watching the recording, if you have a bolster, blanket, eye pillow, any of those props that can help assist your practice, just make sure you've got them within reach now. I'll give you a moment to get those sorted. And I'll ask you to come down into a child's pose to begin. Namaste. So as I mentioned, we're going to focus on motherhood and whether or not you are a mother, and whether or not, or regardless of your gender, we all have aspects of the mother within us. So we're just going to tune into that sense of unconditional love that a mother has for her child, that sense of nourishing and care. And we're also going to tap into the child within us. So we're beginning this practice in child's pose. Just taking some deep, full breaths. If your forehead is not resting comfortably on the floor, just stack your fists or palms under the forehead. And see if you can allow your hips to soften down to your heels. As you allow the breath to expand the rib cage. And as you allow the breath to soften the belly down into the thighs. And just feeling into what it's like to be a child. Perhaps calling to mind a memory from childhood. And it might be a happy memory or a painful one. Just feeling in the body how you felt to be this child. What was it like? What is it like in your body memory? And as you stay and breathe in child's pose, sensing the body and the memory of your child, slowly let go and release the memory and just retain the sense feeling in the body of childhood. And as we work through this idea of mothering, I want you to feel as if you are mothering this child that you feel in your body right now. Take one more deep breath here in Balasana, child's pose. And a beautiful long sigh out through your mouth. It's releasing any tension. And then gently move your hands out in front of you. Reach them out and have a nice stretch through the shoulders. At any time, if you want to move a little bit extra, feel a little bit of sway in the body, please do so. There's no right or wrong. And just keep that extension through your arms and slowly start to walk them out to your right side. Keep the hips grounded towards the heels, especially that left hip. As you extend through both fingertips, especially pressing the left hand down into the floor. And continue to breathe deeply, expanding the left rib cage. 2 more long breaths. Just softening and sinking into this inner child. The innocence, the vulnerability. One last deep breath in. And a sigh out through the mouth. And then slowly walk your hands back through center and out to your left. And again, allow the body to soften down onto the thighs, forehead down onto the floor. Or if the forehead doesn't rest all the way onto the floor, you can always take a block, if you've got one, or a pillow, blanket, under the forehead so you feel supported. Ground the hips back to the heels and feel the spine really lengthen out. Shoulders lengthen out, arms grow long, and press that right palm down into the floor. Press the floor away from you. Breathe into the right side body as you feel a nice opening all the way from that right hip to the right fingertips. And last deep breath in through your nose. And sigh this one out through the mouth. Oh, beautiful child. Walk your hands back through center. And then gently rock and make your way up to all fours. So if you need to pad the knees, you can grab a blanket under the knees. We're going to come into cat-cow. We're going to move a little bit here. So stack the shoulders over your wrists, hips over the knees. With the next inhale, just start to soften the belly down to the floor as you open and radiate the heart space. Open and up, lift the gaze. And with the exhale, tuck your tailbone, curl the back, gaze towards your navel, that point of connection between you and your mother. Inhale, open out to cow. And exhale, round to cat, just flowing with your fluid breath, navel gazing again. One more round. Moving your breath's timing. Closing the eyes if that helps you to feel into the spinal opening, shifting. And then come back to neutral spine. And we'll do 3 more rounds of cat-cow, but we'll add a little side opening each way. So when you're ready, inhale, open to cow. Exhale, round gaze to navel cat. Come back through your neutral spine and contract the right side waist so the right shoulder comes towards the right hip. And you're gazing towards your tail. And then come back through center and exhale, left shoulder towards the left hip. That's it. And then come back to center, cow and cat. So you're going cow, exhale, cat. Through neutral, contract the right side, open the left. Contract the left side, open the right. Nice. And then back to cow, cat. Just rippling through and opening the spine every direction. Yeah, include your head in the movement, please. One side and the other side. And last time, just gently moving the body through cow. Exhale, opening back of the spine, cat. Inhale through center, contract the right side. Giving those internal organs a nice massage. Contract the left side. Just moving through this very sweet way and back to center. And then come back to a child's pose, hips to heels. Little bit more movement here. Gently rise and curl up to kneeling. And Jeanette's just going to turn to face you, but you can stay facing the top of your mat. And now open your right leg out to the side here. Coming into a little side stretch gate pose. Inhale the arms up, overhead. As you exhale, just lean to your right extended leg. Let the right arm just lie across the leg. Reach your left fingertips overhead. Soften the neck. And then inhale, rise up. Place that left hand down on the floor and allow the right arm to float on overhead. Deep breath in. As you exhale, sweep that right hand all the way forward so you come back to all fours. And one more time, we'll just take a cow, cat. Your timing, inhale. So really opening up the heart space. Moving into the seat of our compassion, this place of infinite loving of the mother. Come back to neutral. And walk the hands back to the knees, rise up onto kneeling again. Inhale, arms up, overhead. And exhale them by your side. And extend the left leg out. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, stretching out over that extended leg, any amount. And check in with the neck, the jaw, the face. Opening that side body. Reaching through the fingertips. So that space of the heart expands forward, back, and also out the sides and up and down. Just feel that opening. And then exhale. Right hand down to the floor. Left arm sweeps all the way over. Standing from toes to fingertips. And then sweep that top arm all the way forward. Come back to all fours. One round cow and cat. And cat. Rounding the back of the heart up to the spine. And we'll do one more round just with long breaths. So coming to kneeling, straight away, right leg extends. Inhale, arms up. Long breath out as you stretch to the right. Inhale, stay and lengthen. Use the exhale to come into that side plank variation. Right arm opens overhead and then continues to sweep all the way down, forward to all fours. Take your cow and cat or child's pose if you've had enough of the cow, cats for today. Back to kneeling through neutral, yeah. And extend left leg out wide, good. You can always put your hands on your hips for support. Inhale, Parigasana gate pose to the left. So opening the gate of the heart space. Inhale, all the way over, right hand down to the floor, left arm reaching overhead. And then sweep that arm all the way forward. Find all fours, last cow and cat. And the spine should be really, really open now. Good. And then please come back to neutral and sit onto your heels in Vajrasana. You might like to take a cushion, a bolster, and place it between your calves and your thighs for support, just a bit more comfort. And just rest and feel the movement in your body. Let's take our palms to touch at heart center. We're going to build a little bit of heat between our palms here by rubbing them together quite vigorously. But see if you can just keep the shoulders soft, but keep the hands rubbing together, building some heat and friction. And then place those warm hands down on top of your thighs. A little bit of weight and feel that grounding energy radiate down through the legs. As you soften the shoulders away from the ears and relax your eyes. Just allow all those movements we've made warming up the body, allow them all to settle. And stability is a quality of compassion. When we feel compassionate, true compassion, it really allows the mind-body to stabilize. You can feel it. When you are in the seat of true love and kindness, it's a very, very stable place. Just another few moments here. Feeling into the stability. Next breath in. Please feel this breath expand your heart space. And then exhale from that open heart. Gently release the hands down to the floor. If you're on a bolster or cushion, just gently move that off and out of the way. And then slowly make your way down to lying on your back. So a little bit more movement and then we'll come back to stillness. So have your knees bent and feet flat on the floor, about hip distance apart. We want to keep that sense of stability through your legs. Again, you feel the heart space open. And we're going to move from this heart center. So bring the arms by your side. With the next inhale, please lift the arms all the way up to the sky and overhead. Thumbs touch the floor. And then exhale the hands all the way back by your side. Trying to initiate the movement from the heart, the space of this motherly love. Inhale up again, one long breath. This time we're going to exhale and lengthen the exhale into 3 long parts. So exhale 1/3 of the breath and gently pause. Exhale 2/3 of your breath. Arms move 2/3 of the way and pause. And then exhale all the way down. Good. Inhale, one long breath up, filling your heart. And in your timing, exhale the hands back by your side in 3 even parts. Noticing how the lengthening of the exhale brings such calm and balance to the soul. One more time, inhaling up. Each time you're expanding the heart more and more and more. Exhale 3 parts down. And just resting here, coming back to normal breath for a moment. And we all have aspects of the mother within us. These qualities of unconditional love, acceptance, and the ability to see potential that no one else can see. So you can think of that child from the beginning of class in that child's pose. Can you see infinite potential in that child? Can you fully accept that child and unconditionally love that child? And then you're going to move and extend into the legs the same way now. So I'd like you to extend the right leg long on the floor. Keep the left knee bent. And this time we're going to place the hands back on the lower belly. So moving from this point of stability. With the next inhale, please lift the right leg all the way up to the sky. Any amount, might not come all the way to vertical, that's fine. And then with the out breath in those 3 even parts, lower the leg back down to the floor. 1, 2, and down. Inhale, raises the leg up to the sky. So there is fierceness and strength in the motherly love and in compassion. Exhale, 3 parts down. And it gives stability and control. Inhale up, 1 more time. And 3 parts down. Moving from that power center, fueled by love. Bend the right knee, place the right foot flat on the floor, knee bent. And extend the left leg long. Same again. Inhale, left leg all the way up to the sky, just wherever it's comfortable. And exhale in 3 parts, evenly down to the floor. And 2 more times in your breath's timing. Exhaling in 3 parts, your timing, your way, with your love, your grounding presence. And then bend the left knee. Was that the 3rd time? We're doing 1 more. Inhale up. And 3 equal parts down. And then bend that left knee, foot flat on the floor. And heel toe the feet out as wide as the mat. Let the knees come together. Allow the sacrum to spread into a really wide base. Feel the lower back come towards the floor a little bit. And keep the hands on the lower belly. And rest here. Acknowledging whatever that movement has generated in the body. If the mind wanders, just bring it back to the breath. You can feel the breath expanding in the belly beneath the hands. Just focusing on the quality of compassion and unconditional love of a mother. It's all embracing love. Just observe how that love feels in your body. And if you need help to feel it, you can even call to mind a time when you really felt that true, just no holds barred love. And it doesn't have to be necessarily for a child, it could be for a partner, a friend, a pet. Just remember that occasion, that pure love in your body, and notice how it feels in your body. Where do you feel it? Is it warm? Is it cool? Is it in the chest? Is it in the fingers? Is it in the head? How is it manifesting? And then just let go of the memory and hold on to the sense feeling of love in your body. And gently release the hands from your belly and hug your knees in to your chest. And just resting here a moment, giving yourself the hug, giving your inner child the hug of your mother, the motherly love. And then expand your arms out wide. Let's come into a twist. So take the knees out to the right, any amount. And again, you may need a blanket or some props, a cushion under the knees. If it feels nice to weight the right hand on top of the knees, you can do that. And just play with the direction of your gaze. You can stay neutral up to the sky, or turn and look over your left shoulder. Just finding a place that feels comfortable for you. And stay here for a few minutes. Lower back is soft, relax. Belly no longer holding any tension. Just let the belly be soft. Left shoulder heavy towards the floor. Enjoying the supine twist. Three cleansing breaths. In through your nose and gently out through the mouth. 2 more, your timing. In through the nose and out through the mouth. And then we're going to come into a fetal position. So please turn all the way over to your right. If you have a pillow or blanket, you can put it under your head, or you can make a pillow with your right upper arm. And draw your knees up to the chest as much as is comfortable. You can hug the knees in. The knees might be quite far away, hand just resting on the thigh. You might like to rest your right hand between the legs or wrap them around. So just find a position where you feel so nourished. And just allow yourself to sink in. And at the same time, float away. It's like you're this tiny structure of cells floating in the amniotic fluid in a safe, warm womb. Completely supported and held and weightless. And this space is so vast. It's like a space of love in the heart. It is so, so large that all the thoughts, all the mind is just a tiny speck within this vastness of this loving heart space. Nice long breath in through your nose. And gently relax the arms as you exhale. And slowly just bring one knee at a time back to center as you uncurl. Just keep your pillow close by for the second side. Just come back to center and hug your knees both into the chest again for a moment. You can rock a little bit forward, back, side to side. Release the spine, sacrum. Now we'll take a happy baby. So hold on to the outer edges of the feet. If that's a little out of reach, keep the knees bent and just press down onto the shins. Opening the thighs either side of the torso. Invitation to bring a little gentle rock. Or you might like to just stay in that still place. And then gently release the weight of the hands, bring the knees back to center, give them a little hug, and we'll twist out to the left. So just adjusting the hips, spreading the arms out wide, allowing the knees to gently open out to the left. Again, you can place a prop, pillow under those knees for support. Lots of options for comfort here. You can turn the gaze to the right fingertips, keep them up to the sky, whichever one you prefer. You can also bring that left hand onto the knee if you enjoyed having that weight in the twist. So now we're here. Breathe into and release the lower back. Soften the belly completely. And just be in the nourishment of this wonderful posture. In this last minute, just take 3 cleansing breaths in through your nose and out through gently parted lips. 2 more times. Let everything go. And then you're going to come into that beautiful fetal position, gently bringing top arm over, supporting your head with the left arm or a pillow, blanket, whatever's within reach. Draw your knees up as close as is comfortable, and once again, wrapping the arms wherever is nourishing for you. You might even like to place your hand between the knees or even a bolster, another cushion between the knees, just to ease the hips. If at any time the posture becomes less than perfectly comfortable, you absolutely have permission to readjust. Just a conglomeration of cells floating in the ether. Surrounded by the vastness of pure loving compassion. And just be there. Fully supported, yet weightless in this ocean. Slowly coming back to the body in this space. And from here, I'd like you to move with utmost care into a seated position. So just support yourself up with your hands, slowly, slowly coming up to sit. Just come into comfortable cross legs. You can keep the eyes closed, chin tucked towards the chest just for a few moments. Maintaining that sense of lightness. Gently blink open the eyes. We're going to open into the hips a little bit here before we come into some more resting poses. So Hindalasana, it's like you're rocking a baby. So you're going to take your right leg, your right calf, and support your joints. So one hand is going to come beneath the ankle, and the other hand is going to just gently support the knee. You sit up nice and tall. So if you need to, you can sit up on a cushion or blanket. And you're just gently going to rock that calf forward and back, opening into the hips. Now, if you're able to hook the foot into the crook of the elbow, you're going to keep the foot flexed, and you really can then rock like your leg is a baby. Gently putting this baby to rest. Sweet, sweet lullaby. And just feeling that outer hip getting a beautiful opening here. Very smooth, gentle movements. And then you're going to lay that leg down in front of the left calf. So the legs are going to be a quite wide cross-legged position. And then you're going to start to walk the hands forward and come into a fold. So it's an Agni Stambhasana variation, and you may want to just get a cushion or bolster again so that you can rest your head on something. If you don't have one, you can just place your hands down on the floor like kickstands. So you'll feel this gentle expansion through the outer hips, especially that right outer hip. And with the breath slowly expanding down to wherever you feel you're getting the most out of this posture. It can be nice to keep the hands soft, maybe even give the fingertips a little wriggle. Give the tongue a little swish in the mouth and the jaw, a little move side to side. Just releasing any tension in the head. And for some of you, you might even like to let the head really go. Once you have come to your extension, just let the chin come down to the chest, everything softening earthwards. Just another minute here. If you need to bring some micro movements into the posture, you can feel a gentle shift of the sit bones towards the floor, a little tiny micro sway side to side. And there's always the movement of the breath, expanding and softening in the body. So reach forward with your hands. And you know I love to stick my fingertips in gooey nectar and honey when I come up from these forward folds. So drag the fingers back towards you as if they were stuck in something really sticky and sweet. As you come back up to sitting, roll the shoulders up, back and down. And then gently swap sides. So taking the left leg for Hindalasana, supporting the joints, ankle with the right hand, knee with the left hand, gently rocking side to side. Again, if you can get a little bit more opening in the hip, you're welcome to bring the foot into the crook of the elbow. Make sure that the foot is flexed so you're not getting any tension on the ankle joint. And sweetly rock this leg baby of yours. So deserving of your love. It should feel nice and warm and open. You can gently lay it down all the way to the floor in front of the right leg. Just making sure that you've got quite a big space there. So the right calf is more or less parallel to the top of the mat. The heels kind of lining up with the opposite knees as you sit tall. And make your way into your fold. And again, you can take the props to support the head or make the kickstands with the hands. Using each breath to soften you down a little more into where you need to be. And keep that rocking sensation through the hips, through the body.
Just gently ease the hips open into the position. Fire log pose variation, Agni Stambhasana. Again, checking in that the fingers are nice and loose, jaw, tongue, eyes relaxed. So it can be quite strong for some of us. There's a lot of emotional memory and tension we store in our hips. So when we work these places, things can come up. And sometimes it manifests in other parts of the body. So just checking in if other parts of the body have clenched in response, you can gently breathe them out. Let the head go. Let the breath flow. One more minute here. And then reach the fingertips out in front of you. And drag them back through that beautiful golden sticky nectar as you curl, sitting, roll the shoulders back, down, release. And gently bring the knees together. And if you need to release the hips a little, you can place the hands either side of the sit bones and just very, very slowly windshield wiper the knees side to side. And then we're coming down into Supta Baddha Konasana. So we're going to take the soles of the feet together, knees fall out wide, and slowly roll down onto your back. Just bring the hands in front of the heart and we'll give them a little bit of a rub, building the heat between the palms again. Rubbing them together, building a little bit of heat here. And you have a choice. Do you want to connect with the heart? You can place the hands over the heart center, or you might like to place them onto the thighs or the belly, or one of each. Allow your heart to grow so large that the mind becomes a tiny little speck in this ocean of compassion. And feel the stabilizing quality of this compassion and kindness within you. This unconditional loving kindness, the qualities of motherhood. There is nothing that compares to the love of mother. And slowly come back to the breath. Feel it expand in the body. And then we come into final resting pose. And I'd like you to try and find a way to elevate the feet today. So just gently bring the knees back together. You can use your hands to help the knees back together. If you need to windshield wiper them side to side, you can do that again. And then either simply extending the legs out long, taking a regular Shavasana, or if you have a wall nearby and you want to swing the legs carefully, gently up against the wall, or you have a pillow, cushion, bolster, just place the cushion under the ankles so you've got slight elevation of the legs. If you're near a couch, you might like to swing your calves up onto the couch with your knees bent. It's a very, very nice one. Please make sure that you are warm. If you need a blanket, get a blanket, tuck yourself in. If you're also lucky enough to have an eye pillow, you can go ahead and place that on. And at this point, if you're watching this as a recording, you're very welcome to pause the recording and stay here as long as you like. Just allow the feet and the ankles to be heavy, and the calves to be soft, knees to relax. Soften the fronts and backs of your thighs. And release your hips and pelvis into the earth. Lower belly is relaxed. Your stomach is soft. All the internal organs have lots of space. Rib cage open, wide. Shoulder blades flatten into the mat, broad. Collarbones broad. Throat soft. Jaw relaxed, tongue soft. Eyes relaxing in the head. Ears gently open. Face smooth, head heavy. And the space above the crown of your head just warm, open, radiantly glowing. When you're ready to come out of your Shavasana, just come out really slowly, feeling the breath, noticing the sounds around you, feeling the body lying on the floor in this space, in this moment. And very slowly beginning to move through your fingers, toes, wrists and ankles. And you might like to stretch out, hug your knees in one more time. And gently roll out to one side, and you can take that fetal position, cradling the head just for a moment there. It's always nice to take as long as you need to transition after Shavasana. And slowly make your way up to sitting when you're ready. And just sealing practice with the hands at heart center in prayer. Just feeling the warmth of each palm pressing into the other. It's part of you loving you, your mother loving your child. Please raise your hands to your forehead. Raise your hands above you. And take a nice bow down to the earth. And come back up, hands at heart center. Hope you feel really great. Thanks so much for sharing practice tonight. Namaste.